The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman offensive line coach Kevin Day. Kevin, we take a look at the O-line for 2017. Your first year as O-line coach, but a group last year that suffered pretty much every injury imaginable, and thus there was not a lot of consistency among the starting 11, but that meant a ton of players got playing time. Mm-hmm. How do you see that bearing out in preseason camp?
Well, the good news is that we have a young, old offensive line. Because of all the injuries last year, so many guys got meaningful reps, meaningful time in meaningful games, that they know what it's like to play some college football, and they're bringing back that experience. So even though you have, 3, maybe 4 sophomores, true sophomores on the offensive line, and more than just those 3 or 4 that will be getting playing time, those are going to be 3, 4, 5 guys who have already played significant time.
Jordan Seal returns at center. What sticks out to you about him? He kind of grabbed a starting role pretty early on last season and managed to keep it.
Yeah. Jordan is extremely athletic. His athleticism gets him out of situations really well, and he can make a mistake early on in the play and make up for it later on with that athleticism. It's just a very unique skill set that he has, and the way he can bend, and the way he can do some things very well that not very many can, that make him able to be a pretty big guy who can still get a job done that requires you to be very low and things like that. He does a really good job.
Across the rest of the line, what's your gut say about the rest of the O-line for 2017?
Gut says there's going to be some mistakes out of youth still, but there is some great promise with these guys. They come in every day with a desire to get better. They come in with an attitude that is, this is who we want to be, this is who we're going to be, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. And that's a really good thing for such a young group to have. They've really done a great job coming together, being happy for each other, the few old guys we have, bringing up all these young guys we have, understanding that a championship football team is built with a lot of things, but one thing that you have to have is depth, and they saw that last year. And they're doing a phenomenal job making sure that there is a guy behind whoever it is who knows what's going on and is going to be ready at any moment to come in, step in, and not miss a beat.
Stokes Rowe, Micah Presley, they're back for their senior seasons. Haven't had the most playing time in the world, but certainly in terms of experience, the guys that have been around the longest, what have they done as leaders here in their senior years?
Well, being the geniuses they are, Stokes being a pre-med and Micah being maybe the only football player to be a nursing major in the history and actually successfully do it, that's pretty impressive. And making it all the way their seniors. They're 2 extremely intelligent guys who know everything about what to do. And they have done a great job of being just what we were talking about, being okay with, here, this is how you do it. This is a better way to do it. And kind of taking on and being okay with the fact that, they're seniors, but they are embracing the fact that it is competition still, that there's no seniority. If they're going to get the starting spot, it's because they earned it. It's because they are the best ones, not because they're a senior, not because they deserve it by seniority, but because they deserve it because they've earned it and they've taken it.
Tavon Murray, Phil McDowell, Dylan Wilson, round things out among the returners. What sticks out to you about those 3?
Those guys, I think Philip, the thing that sticks out about him is just he's massive.
Yeah.
He's just a massive guy who can also do some things that you just wouldn't expect somebody that big to be able to do. Tavon and Dylan on the other end of the spectrum much more fit a different mold of offensive lineman. Tavon has a determination to figure it out, to find a way to win, to find a way to be the best that he can be, and find a way to get the job done for us. And Dylan is just tell him to do it, he's going to do it, and he'll do exactly what you tell him to do. And he does a very good job with that.
Obviously, offensive linemen, that's the unsung group on the field. who's somebody that's come in that Carson-Newman fans might not know about that they should keep an eye out for as camp progresses and then on into the season?
Without a doubt, our tight ends. I'm going to throw them in here as offensive linemen. Trevor and John Mason. John, coming to us from defense, came over here in the offense in the spring, and he has made an instant impact. Two tight ends battling for the same spot, battling for playing time, are pushing this entire group along. They do some very, very great things with their leadership, both on the field and in here in the meeting room. They refuse to not be the very best. Trevor refuses to not win every single drill imaginable. He is going to win. Not going to try to win. He's going to win it, and he won't lose. And John Mason, coming to us from defense, having never played offense before, in the spring, we were just like, well, apparently this guy can play some tight end, because he did a great job. He really did. And you know, now he finds himself coming over here to the offensive side of the ball, and out of nowhere, you know, well, he's going to get some playing time. And then the other one would be Big Hayden Hester, doing some really good things for us, also coming to us from defense. Definitely one that people might not be ready for. And if he can learn it and he can apply it, I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
You jumped ahead of me a little bit going to the tight ends, and that's all right.
Yeah,
I appreciate the false start. You were eager. But let's talk freshmen. And any newcomers there along the offensive line that have stuck out to you?
Yeah. Big Nick Parsons coming from Florida. He's going to be a true freshman. Really excited about him. He's doing some things really well. Big kid, moves well. We expect him to get some playing time. He's picked it up well, and he's doing a really good job. And he's kind of one of those guys that we're expecting big things out of.
Kevin, thanks for the time. Good luck this year.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's offensive line coach Kevin Day. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is seeingeagles.com.